cost her her life. This is the last image taken of Rowena while she was still alive. Audio recordings found on Tosti's phone revealed that she was begging for him to let her go home. Tosti refused to let her leave, saying, "I would, but you've been a bad girl." Later in the recordings, guttural choking sounds were heard, as if Rowena was being strangled. At various other points, he threatens to knock her out and push her over the edge of his balcony on the 14th floor. Well, the exact events of that night remain unclear, but at some point during the early hours, Rowena either fell or was thrown from the apartment's balcony. Her body was apparently folded over on its side. There were indeed red marks around her neck, indicative of strangulation. It was originally alleged that Rowena was so scared of her date that she tried to climb down from the building to escape heaven. After she fell, Tosti called up his father and asked him, "Why does this keep happening to me?" CCTV footage showed him walking around outside the apartment, eating a slice of Domino's pizza only 5 minutes after Rowena's death. Tosti's legal team managed to convince the jury that he had locked Rowena out on the balcony for his own safety. Her death was not Mr. Tosti's fault, since he had used reasonable force to subdue her after she became aggressive. The fact that she fell was her own fault. Ultimately, he was found not guilty of both murder and manslaughter. Not satisfied with the result, the coroner reopened the case in 2016. And that's where things stand today. Number 6. Chris Krebs and Lisanne Froome. In 2014, 2 young Dutch women disappeared on a hike in Panama. 10 weeks later, after an intensive search, some of their bone fragments were discovered, along with their phones and one of their cameras. On it were a series of photos chronicling the final days of Chris Krebs and Lisanne Froome. Here are those images. Things start off as you'd expect, with the girls cheerfully posing for the camera at various points along the hiking route. Lisanne continues to take pictures of Chris as they move deeper into the jungle. Then, the pictures stop abruptly. 8 days later, about 9...
Hey, I didn't see what level you were. I'm gonna give you back your stuff, okay? I'm sorry. Don't shoot me, guy. I'm not gonna kill you. You shot at me, so. Okay.
Those were taken in the early hours of the morning. 87 of them were apparently of near complete blackness, and they still haven't been released to the public. Of the 3 that have been released, 1 was of this patch of earth. 1 was of this, potentially a marker that one of the girls had made. The final discernible image was a close-up of the back of Chris's head. Her temple appears to be bloody. Some think that they were using the camera's flash to signal for help. Others think that they were using it to light their way as they navigated through the wilderness, to make sure that they weren't walking in circles. In their weakened state, perhaps they were using the flash to scare off predators. At this point, they would have been starving, dehydrated, and completely disoriented. After checking their call history, investigators learned that the girls had tried to make over 80 distress calls. It also became apparent that the girls were desperately trying to conserve their battery power. Lisanne's phone died on the 5th day in. Chris's phone was switched off for the last time at 11:56 p.m. on the 10th day. It's likely that Chris died on day 8, hence the bloody photo, and Lisanne took her phone in hopes of finding a signal. That would explain why, after day 8, the wrong pin was repeatedly entered into Chris's phone and the device remained locked. The main theory at this point is that in the darkness, the girls somehow became separated. Chris fell, hit her head, and died as a result. Lisanne may have taken the rest of the pictures to mark the way back to Chris's body, hoping that the authorities may be able to use them to find her. Does it sound like I'm speculating a lot? Well, that's because I am. Nobody knows the exact fate of those girls, during and after those 10 days. There are, of course, many theories flying around, and even some evidence that may suggest foul play. It's possible that a local guard with a history of inappropriate and aggressive behavior may have led the girls deep into the jungle. Then, when they fought off his advances, they have left them stranded in the wilderness. Whatever the case, it's hard to imagine being lost in the jungle for 10 days straight. No food, no water, and no phone signal. These last, dark images give us a sense of the desperation those girls must have felt. What a nightmarish scenario. Number 7. Ruth Snyder. This almost looks like a charcoal drawing. In actuality, it's a photo taken way back in 1928, capturing the execution of Ruth Snyder. Thousands of volts of electricity were being pumped through her at the moment this picture was taken, making it the first photo to capture an American execution in progress. If you're wondering why her face looks so distorted, it's because there's a sack over her head. In a way, the graininess of the picture gives it a truly haunting, otherworldly quality. When you realize that this is actually the picture of a woman during her last painful moments of existence, well, it's unsettling to say the least. Number 8. The My Lai Family Portrait. Another trip back to the past now, this time to the hamlet of My Lai, Vietnam. I'm sure most of you are familiar with the massacre that took place there in 1968. For those of you that skipped that history lesson, here are the cliff notes. During the Vietnam War, a company of US soldiers entered Song Mai village, rounded up as many as 504 unarmed civilians, men, women, children, and infants, and gunned them all down. As you can imagine, the incident prompted global outrage. One person present that day was Army photographer Ronald Hable. In the midst of all the carnage that surrounded him, he snapped this picture. It shows a small group of terrified villagers, and it was probably a family, mere seconds before they were all killed. You'll notice that the teenager on the right is preoccupied with buttoning up her blouse, while the rest of the victims huddle in fear. That's because
Come and get
some
it,
of the
dog.
soldiers had just had their way with her. When they stopped what they were doing, he saw the group of villagers.
You got a mic, fool? Let me know if you got a mic. Hey, I'm gonna leave you alone now, man. Come get your shit, you could go. I didn't mean to fuck it up either. Ooh, you almost killed me. Look at that. Almost, but not quite. Oh, you got the rolling block, huh? Good for you. Oh shit. Damn, Delta! Look at you! Making me sit up. Making me fucking sit up. Take your shit now, though, homie. Man, shot my horse. Oh, let's kill him one more time. Stove. Where you at, pussy?